Hey everyone, welcome back to The Hidden Brick, where today we're doing our fourth and final part of the build of the LEGO Ideas NASA Apollo Saturn V rocket. So this is how far we've made it in 3 parts. We have this big portion of the rocket already built, and we're currently working on the middle portion. You can see it's mostly built. There's quite a bit to go up here, but we will finish it all in this part of the video. So we're moving on to bag number 10. It's kind of it is where we left off. Probably one of these smaller amount of parts for the bag so far. We basically have 3 bags of parts, including this bag, to complete the model. So we're going to begin with another 4 times build. So if you watched all the parts, you probably know that there's the repetitiveness to this with everything. So we have to build 4 of these guys. That's our first one. Let's keep on going here. Just enough parts to where I can remember what to do. Okay, that's our 3rd one. And here's our last one. Come on. Go around right there. That on there. We've got the yellow and 2 grill tiles. Okay, so these bring this over. So inside there, you can see there's a yellow clip and there's a red clip. We've got the yellow cheese slope. So we're going to slide these in and attach the clip to that yellow part. So we have 4 of those. So long as it lines up, it should attach. The first one went on pretty easy. Okay, there it goes. So you kind of have to push it in at an angle to get it to line up. Alright, so last one. There. Cool. So now we have pretty much the same thing, except the clips are on the other side. So we have 4 of these, and then we have the red baby bow shape. So we have that red one right there. With the white tiles. Okay. So bring this back over, just like we did the yellow one. These slide in and attach to the red clips in there. Very good. Next we have these 2 2x2 plates that we're just going to put a couple grill tiles on. All right, last one here. These will slide in and attach to that exposed plate. Alright, move this up. So on the top here we have these wedge bricks that go in here. Then we have plates with the rocker brick. Oops. Put the plate on first and then the rocker brick. Now we have the rocker plates. That are going to get put on like that. You push them all down. Fits perfectly on there. So the last thing we have is these plates like this. Guess that's the way they go, yep. Cool. Now we have these Speed Champion wheels. I think they're Speed Champions. They may or may not be. But we have that piece in there. We attach this, and that goes like that. So we're making 5 of these. So I'm going to go ahead and bring this down so we can do it all right here. And I also brought it down because these are going to connect on the bottom portion. So in the very end of the last video, I realized I had made a mistake on something. And I didn't know if it would make a difference or not, but I went ahead and made the change to make it correct. And now it appears it's a good thing I made that change, because right here, we're going to attach these bars through those Technic pins that are exposed. And the mistake I had was I had one of these rotated 90 degrees and the pins weren't exposed. So now that they're exposed, all of those can go in there. So the other thing we can do is now move this up a bit. We can bring our rocket piece over, and this, make sure, I don't know if it makes too much a difference. I'm going to line it up the best I can with the portion below. Alright, so bam, it's making a enormous rocket. Just keeps on going up. It's huge. So that completes bag number 10. So now we're moving on to bag number 11, which will begin this portion right there. There's bag 11. Let's go ahead and jump into it right now. Okay, we have all of our bag 11 parts out, ready to go. Definitely a lot of parts in this bag. One of the more full bags of parts that I've seen so far in this set. So we have these bricks with studs on the side. And a few more. So we're going to put a plate. And then this bow shape on it. I need one more. All right. Plate and bow shape. Alright, so that actually doesn't connect to anything, but what it's doing is it's creating a axle hole connection through that piece, and then when we put these pieces on, it actually holds it in place just fine. 1, 2, 3 of these with a reddish brown plate. Quite a few brackets on this brick. This will go like that. Okay, we have this plate with these mixel joint parts on it. Piece. The 2 times build. So that was one. Just need to find all the little ball joint pieces for the next one. Found them all. So these connect there. Now we have a brick with these double wide baby bow shapes. Times 2. That looks good. Next is that piece. All right, so we've kind of created this little pinwheel of pieces. Put a green plate on top of it. 2 blue plates. Now we have this black bracket with a few plates on it. And then these little bar clip modified plate piece. Okay. I need to make another one just like that. piece goes there. Have another couple of these to make. So it's going to be slightly different. Alright, so that's one. Let's do the other one. This piece, that piece. So we're continuing these all the way up on one side only, or I guess two sides, the opposite sides. Those two plates will hold that together, so that's not going anywhere. Alright, so we're making two of those assemblies. Where's the other bow shape? There it is, right in front of my face. So it shows this turned over. And we're going to attach that there and this one right there. Alright, that looks good. We have a 2 times build. We have our mixel joint pieces here. So that's the beginning of one. Not sure, it shouldn't finish it off. Still have another. I'm basically doing one instruction page at a time. So as I finish it, I'm gonna do the other one, then turn the page and complete those steps, if that makes sense. Cheese slope. Alright, turn the page. So we have another plate here. Black tile and white tile. Alright, so we have an interesting set of connectors here, because we have the 2 mixel joints, and then we also have this bar, which I don't think the bar is going to connect to anything. But these mixel joint pieces are going to connect to that. And that one there. So I think the bar is just for the outside here. Alright. Move that to the side. Another 2 timeser. So panel. And another panel. We have 2 headlight bricks turned on their side. The ingot piece. So for having kind of the most parts, or it feels like the most parts in any bag, it definitely feels like I'm blowing through this pretty quickly. It's those repetitiveness builds that get you. All right, so we have the G-slope, black plate, 2 white plates, 1 and 2, tile, and a tile. So once again, on those mixel joint pieces, goes like that. Looks good. And we have another 2 times build. This more or less should complete the panels. A lot of these double wide bow shapes. Have a black one. Okay. So as you guessed it, those just pop on there. And once again, it makes a very nice and sturdy build. I don't feel like anything is gonna come off of that. So on the top here, I have this reddish brown plate. We have a dish, round tile with a stud. On the underside, put a bar, another dish, and we have this headlight brick with a tooth tile on it. Slide this little plunger piece on there, and we have another little booster rocket engine thing. So there's that last one. So we can bring our rocket back over, and this piece clips in like that. This thing is getting impressively big. All right, so I'll lay this guy back here. We are now, what if I had one of these little fin pieces pop off? We're now moving on to our 12th and final bag right now. Okay, with our 12th bag out, dumped out, ready to go, we're gonna jump right into it. We have the cone piece to more or less finalize. I'm gonna move some of these pieces off to the side. What was that? Right there. Okay. All of that just for that one piece I was looking for. So we got some palisade bricks. Have some half round. Those 2 pieces. Alright, so this is interesting. We have light bluish gray flower pieces. This is standard Lego Friends flower. And those are going inside of those Technic pinholes in the side of that brick. Alright, that looks good. Now, we have three of these taps that we're going to stack on top of each other, but we're going to do that 4 times. So that's 1, here's 2, here's 3, and last one. So that all goes there. We have a round piece. So these are kind of wobbly. Somehow I have to get these in. This thing is not, this is not connected to anything. I don't know if we're going to put an axle through there or what. Oh, I didn't have it on right. Okay. Enough with the distraction of that. Let's get this figured out. Alright, that looks good. Alright, so we are going to put an axle through there. So I put it on right, but now the axle will also help hold it all together. So we slide this axle all the way through that. Once that's through, it shows us rotating all of these until they hit the other piece. We have a tall brick, a cone brick, now we have a axle that goes through here. That piece on. That looks good. Move that to the side. Looks like we're gonna stack some of these quarter round bricks. We're gonna go on the underside of this half cone shape. Alright, so these will slide up under here, attach like that, and this piece will let's see here. And go like that. So bam, our rocket is done. So move that off to the side, because what we have now is our little lunar module that landed on the moon. This is basically representing a little hunk of the moon, which is kind of cool. Alright, so we're going to start with these headlight bricks with a 1x1 goldish plate on there, kind of pearlescent gold plate. And then all of these will connect to that. Some more of these 1x1s with this piece. Dropped a part. Let me pick that up. All right. Now we have 4 of these gold. These are actually the shiny gold cheese slopes. Three long axle. Now we have these telescope bricks with a stud and a clip. All right, looks good. So this is going to be the main body of everything. That piece, have a ingot brick. Let's see, we turn it this way. A tooth tile. So that looks good. And then we have this printed piece. It's kind of like the doors for the lunar module. And that will go right there. So next, put that right there. And then these all fold down like that. And we have 3 little microfig astronauts along with flag. And they show that flag. What's technically an illegal connection. You're not supposed to put stuff between studs like that, but it is what it is. So that's that piece. Now we have the little module in the ocean. So when it re-enters back from space, it goes down to the ocean. We have these 3 little balloon pieces. That part there. That goes there. Now we're going to connect these little click hinge links together. So if we have them all clicked together, we'll bring it all the way around and kind of create a donut shape or a ring shape. And this will slide over that. So it's the giant raft that is inflated to make that thing float. Very good. All right, so now we have a stand that we're gonna make. It's gonna hold our rocket up because this thing is gonna be enormous and way too big to hold, or I guess to have standing straight up on the desk at all times. So we're using these Technic pieces. Those two go like that. This will go like that. All right. That's our first little stand. Now we're going to build two more that are going to be identical. All right, so that completes the build of the LEGO Ideas Apollo Saturn V. So what I'm doing is I'm pulling this back really far so we can kind of attempt to see the whole thing. So our stands, let's see how this is going to work. It doesn't really show which ones go where. Maybe this one goes at the end. These two right there. Grab our rocket and bam. So it goes all the way there, all the way over there. It is absolutely enormous. Way bigger than, I mean, I knew it was going to be big, but until you see this in person, it's hard to fathom how big it actually is. So in addition to the rocket itself, we have the little modules here of when it's on the moon and then when it's came back to Earth. So what it also shows us is the fact that you can remove the portions. So it's showing you pull it apart and then you can insert the lander piece there. So the reason why it's broken up into different parts is it's actually just like the real rocket, that it has what's called the boosters. Let me find the English version. All right, so you have all the different stages. Really cool. All right, so geez, I wish there was a way I could show this whole thing in the shot, but it's so big. It's so cool looking too. Definitely a must-have in my opinion. the repetitiveness is a little, I guess, redundant at times, but the end result is really, really impressive. So appreciate you guys watching. Make sure to check out all my other videos. Tell me your thoughts of this. Did you watch all 4 parts? If so, tell me your thoughts of the whole set. So thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.